Hey guys, I'm just going to go through the combined assignment now. So the plan market research and lead and manage team effectiveness. So I've combined those assignments together just to make it a little bit easier for you. Um, It'll probably take a few videos to get through the whole assignment. So, I mean, if you've done the first few sections, you can ignore this one and then go on to the next ones that actually will answer your questions. And obviously, just fast forward if you've done the question I'm going through. So pop your name at the top. And then what you need to do in the scenario, you are head of marketing for a department store. So you can name your department store and just make sure you keep it consistent throughout. You have 8 team members that are working for you in the marketing department. And you've been tasked with identifying opportunities for business expansion. And you've heard from a few customers that a something department would be appreciated. So it could be that an online store would be appreciated, that a clothing department, whatever you want. You can basically pull something that you did from the MKG501 assignment and put that there. And then you have to name your CEO as well. So that's the 3 things you need to do. And just to keep it consistent, if you scroll right down to the bottom, there's an email from the CEO. So it's dear and then your name. And then from the CEO, so make sure you name your CEO, what you did up above, and then make sure you put in the department store name there. So what they've done is they've given you a market research brief document, and this has some information in there, but I don't think we need it right from the start. So we'll go back up to the top. Cool. So we'll go on to question 1. So in order to begin market research, you need to get stakeholders and your marketing team on board. So the first thing, identify a minimum of 3 personnel you'll need to consult with. So that could be anyone from the CEO, it could be the rest of your marketing department, it could be the finance department, it could be human resources, as they might need to hire new people to get this new department up and running, so they just need to be made aware. They're probably the main ones. It could just be your other staff, like the customer service staff, that will be exposed to this new department as well. So any 3 of those is fine. Briefly explain how you would convince your selected personnel that market research is important. So at a minimum, your explanation should include what is involved with market research and how market research can help. And then the second part is what communication method would you use. So section 1.2 of the ebook will help. So open that one up. And because it is a combined assignment, we will be flicking between the 2 different ebooks. So it was section 1.2. It's going to let me do it that way. Yep, there we go. Okay, so this is talking about when we're collecting market research, we want to find out about our competitors, technological developments, customers, who the internal personnel will need to do that, the suppliers and the resellers. We don't really need resellers because we're the department store that is selling it. So it involves gathering everyday information. So that's all the stuff about market research. So to demonstrate the benefit of market research to your organization, you need to identify the role that they play to help achieve the goals. So this is all the things that you can put into, I think it's just those parts there. You can just summarize that and put that into 1B. And then what communication method will you use? Well, it depends on which personnel you put in 1A. So probably for some of them, if you're just giving them updates, you'll just email them, but maybe with your marketing team who will be working on this quite often, you'll have meetings with them. 1C, how will you go about engaging team members in the planning process? So for this one, I think I might have stuffed up the section. So this is in the other ebook, so WOR502, and I'm pretty sure the planning process is actually 1.2. But bear with me. Develop performance plans. Maybe it's even 1.1.2. There we go. Excellent. So teams develop direction, motivation, and momentum by collaboratively shaping a shared shaping a shared purpose. Okay, great. So a team's purpose. So I think these things are actually work better in this question. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. How you go engaging in the planning process. Okay. So I would say that we want to make sure that they know the purpose and their role. So maybe develop a team charter so they agree to the team purpose. Get them involved with what the mission and the vision is. Have a role and responsibility. Give them access to the organizational plans and show them how this project fits in with that as well. And then also some action plans to inform the direction of the team. So you want to encourage members to question the purpose of the team and how it will operate. So you just want to make sure that you're giving them an opportunity to help plan the project as well, because then they have ownership to it. So I think using that section to answer question 1C is better. So I'll just change that there. So it's 1.1.2. Next one, how will you ensure your team clearly understands their roles and responsibilities? So this is a pretty similar question again. So you could do some of those same things. So team charter, role and responsibilities, how they fit into the organizational plan. So high performing teams, they definitely know where they fit into an organization. So you can keep doing those things and saying how the market research and what they're doing fits in with that. You can also do what's in develop performance plans. So have objectives, conduct and behavior, knowledge and skills, and the key performance indicators, KPIs, that measure success. So you could do up one of those as well so that they know exactly what they need to do. So I think they're the main ones. There are a few other ones here, like KRA is key result areas, so knowing what their key result areas are. TAA, task, actions and activities, and then we've already been over KPIs. So you could also put those in there for that one. Yeah, I think they're the main ones. So that one was actually 1.2. Okay. You could just generally also say that having meetings and making sure everyone knows what their task is and how they're traveling is just as good too. Okay, 1E, what information in relation to the purpose of the team and organization do you need to communicate to the team so they have direction? Wow, that seems very similar again, doesn't it? That's okay. So 1.1.4, we'll go back to that one. Okay, we're building a team. I don't think it is 1.1.4. I would go back up to 1.1.3, I think, and do these things here. So I would do those ones for there. Let's do 1.1.3. And why is it important for team members to understand how their role impacts on the team and the organization's overall success? So that will be in 1.1.3 as well. I know they seem very similar questions, but I'm sure you guys will figure it out. So this is all about how they fit in with the organization and how what they're doing is effectively achieving the organization's goals. Okay, question 2. So this is determining research needs. We need to have exposure to these 5 things here. Now, originally this was all on Blackboard. So section 1.3 doesn't explicitly go over it like Blackboard did, but that's okay. We'll just go through the answers here. So organizational plans, they're important. So the business may have an overall aim to achieve a certain level of profitability. Therefore, the market research needs to reflect how the new opportunity would be maybe able to, able to achieve / be consistent with that aim. So that's organizational plans. Then correspondence. It shows the information already received from customers and other stakeholders and provides support for the initiative or reasons not to continue. So Maybe you've had like emails from customers about, they wish that the store had this, or maybe if you were thinking about doing something, just asking customers and seeing their responses to that. Maybe just doing a post on Facebook even, what would you think about this, and get customers to respond. Then the financial team could help you out with some financial reports. So they could use figures to determine the likely success or the failure of the new opportunity. So like how much money is it expected to bring in, and does that cover the costs of bringing that new opportunity into the store? Then we have information about sales, both profitability and the sales force. So we could look at current and historical sales figures, so what's happening now and what has happened in past years, which can inform the decision-making process. It shows what products are being bought, sales figures of competitors, and the profitability. So maybe a competitor already has the department you're thinking of bringing in, and you could have a look at their sales figures and see how they're going. And lastly, for question 2, it's internal reports. So do any of your other stores currently have the products you are looking to introduce? So maybe your department store is a chain. So does the new concept fit in with the risk management of the organization? How are customers reacting? Are there any reported service difficulties shown in quality assurance reports? So are they having any difficulties? And before we bring it in, how can we solve them so that that's not an issue?